Hello bankers, so very good evening to all of you. Welcome back. So guys, in this particular session we are going to start with our unit number 25 from module C, which is all about capital investment decision and term loan, right? So again, very important unit आपका and full of concepts and fundamentals. ठीक है? So when it comes to unit number 25, it is something which is linked with your capital structures decisioning, right? So in our previous session where we generally talk about the capital structure and the decision making, so that is something like how we decide the capital structure, the combination of equity and debt, and that weighted average cost of capital, as well as taxation and the financial leverage, right? So now in this particular session, let's say now we have we have arranged 100 crore rupees with the help of equity and debt. So now we obviously with this amount we will have multiple projects to whom we can finance. Okay. So which project should we finance? For that one we have capital investment decisions. Okay. So capital investment decision, for this one we have two type of evaluation methods. ठीक है. One is आपका that is discounted cash flow. Another one is आपका non-discounted cash flow. ठीक है. When it comes to discounted, we have NPV, the most like maximum time or 90% or 100% time we use NPV, net present value method. ठीक है. Then when NPV become equal to 0, in that case we apply the IRR. ठीक है. Internal rate of return. Apart from this, non-discounted, we have payback period. Okay. Payback period is as simple as that. Let's say if you are investing 10 crore rupees in a project, how long it will take to get back that 10 crore rupees. Okay. Straightforward. Then ARR आपका average rate of return. Okay. So these are the areas. The next part is your आपका term loan. Okay. Term loan means while organizations they generally took loan from the bank, so bank they have some guidelines, appraisals and others which generally comes under this, which follow the syndication if the amount is very high, right? So capital investment decisions, okay, which include basic introduction, discounted cash flow methods and non-discounted cash flow method. Then we have term loan, we have deferred payment guarantee, differences between term loan appraisals and project appraisals. ठीक है. Project appraisals. ठीक है. Then we have infrastructure project, ठीक है, disbursement of term loan and syndication of loan. ठीक है. So these are some subtopics. Again, you can expect 3 to 4 marks question based on this particular unit. And this is something which is again very important one, because this is also going to help you in your CIB ABFM paper, right, in module B itself. So in this session we will be building our concept, and in next session we will be practicing a set of question, and during the live class again we will be practicing one another set of question around this particular one. ठीक है दोस्तों. So in our previous session where we generally discuss the capital structure, so which is a combination of equity and debt, and optimal capital structure which generally depend on the business risk and the financial risk available in the market. So accordingly, companies they made decision. We usually have different theories like net income theory or operating theory or traditional theory. Hope you guys remember those particular one to decide the capital structure of the business. Why every organization they keep debt at higher side? For that sake, we have taxation benefit or the debt. Through that, we generally take some sort of financial leverages and all. That is the point. Okay? So now when it comes to capital investment decisions, okay, when it comes to this particular one, so with capital structure, let's say we have raised आपका 100 crore rupees. Now we will invest that particular money in the business. So whenever it comes to the investment, so it happen into the property, plants, equipments, goodwill, patent, copyrights and others. So these are the areas where we are generally going to invest that particular money to fuel the growth of the business. Okay? So it is as simple as that. Like let's say if you are making some investment, okay? So let's say if you are purchasing properties or shares and others. Okay? Similarly, in businesses, they generally with that capital budget, they generally invest that money in the different projects, And they always plan that their ROI should be higher than their average borrowings and all. Okay? So a decision by business to make a capital investment is a long-term growth strategy. Because whenever it comes to the capital expenditure, that is always happen with the आपका long term growth strategy. Basically we are creating assets for the business by investing in those particular areas. ठीक है? Company plan and implement capital investment in order to ensure future growth. ठीक है? This is the ultimate target which we are having with that capital investment. ठीक है? Why businesses are investing money in different projects and all? Because they want to achieve the higher growths, or they want to achieve higher they want to expand their business and all. So that generally comes under this. Okay, so capital investment generally are made to increase the operational capacity by establishing one new plant or new office and others. Capture a larger share of market. Let's say earlier your business is located in India itself. Now you're expanding beyond India also, or outside India, and generate more and more revenue. So these are some areas. For that sake, we are doing the capital investment. Okay? Now, let's say if you have that much of money in your hand, so that means you'll have multiple alternates. So finding the best alternate is primary goal of this particular decisioning, right? So the term often refer to the company's acquisition of permanent fixed asset such as property, plants, equipments and all. Okay. Capital assets are reported as non-current assets in the balance sheet. Okay. Because we are having some sort of long-term benefits are associated with these particular ones. Okay. The capital investment, that means we are making investment in buildings, machinery, softwares, furnitures, plants and others. They generally comes under this one. Okay. So, what are the investment decisions? Now, this is not part of your curriculum, but to make or like to sync with this particular topic or to become more comfortable with this particular topic, I have included these ones. Basically, these are from my CFP, CFE classes. So, how will an investment fit into a long-term strategy of the business? Let's say if you are starting a new venture, or you're starting a new product, or you are doing expansion, so how it is aligned with the overall strategic goal of the organization, whether a projected increased sales for which capacity is being increased. If you are expanding our business, obviously we have some expectations that our sale will increase by this number, because your break-even numbers will also increase simultaneously. Whether projected increase in fixed assets will increase the break-even points of business, requiring the firm to generate more sale before it earn the profit itself. Okay, so this is something. Apart from this, whether the investment is required by the regulatory requirements or compliances sometime also take. So sometime RBI come up with some guidelines where you have to increase the investment in some area. So that is something. Or whether the firm has sufficient funding available to pay for the assets that it wish to acquire. Okay? So that means your capital budget allow those particular investments or not. There is a relevancy with the projects or not. So these kind of things which you have to think about before making any decision. Okay? So now we will come to our core topic, that is capital investment decision. Capital investment is something where you are building the capacity of your business by investing in long-term assets, so you can generate more and more revenues and you can expand in the market, right? That is a very simple one. Now, whenever we go for capital investment, that means you are investing huge money in your business. So, and with that huge money, you have ample of opportunities. But you have to check the relevancy, and you have to check the return, you have to check the liquidity or the other aspect also. So what will happen if you'll have 100 crore rupees in your hand? So let's say you have these alternatives. Then with this particular one, this is kind of a screening. We are finding how many options are available in the market. Then we have, let's say these two, after screening, we have these two preferences areas where we can invest our money. Then here you will apply the NPV and others. So then you will come to the first one. We are going with this alternate and we are going to invest that money in this particular area or in this particular product or in this particular market, or else it can be any other venture also. Okay? To make these particular decision, we have different methods. They are further categorized between discounted or आपका non discounted. Discounted is basically whenever it comes to discounted cash flow methods, so that means we are adjusting the inflation in opportunity cost. Okay? When it comes to non discounted, it is as simple as that. If I'm investing 1 lakh rupees today, by the end of 1 year, let's say I'm getting 100 and आपका more than 1 lakh. That is a profitable business for me as per non-discounted. Okay? But when it comes to discounted, they are very relevant and very important. Okay? So we have to adjust the inflation prices or the other circumstances around that particular one. So for that one, you have to apply the, you have to calculate the present value of future inflows, right? So capital investment appraisals team. So capital budgeting is the process by which investors determine value of potential project investment project. Okay. We have three major ones, okay, like payback period, which is non-discounted. Okay. Then we have IRR, discounted, and the most important one is आपका NPV. Apart from this, we have one another non-discounted, that is ARR also. So we are going to discuss all these four one by one. But believe me guys, 90% time you'll get question based on NPV. And you have to make your understanding around NPV very clear, because that is going to be asked in your CIB also. Okay? And whenever there is a question around NPV, it is always for 2 marks. Okay? So you have to make sure that you are okay with that one. Okay? So now NPV, net present value. So as I said, it is a discounted method. Okay? So it is a discounted methods आपका. Okay? So where we are generally like, this is as simple as that. Okay, let's say we are investing in a project where our outflow is आपका 10 crore rupees. Okay, let's say if you are investing on a project today worth rupees 10 crore rupees. Okay. So let's say this project is for 5 years, and first year you are getting suppose that 3 crore rupees. Okay. Second year, let's say again you are getting 3 crore rupees. Okay. Third year, let's say you are getting 2 crore rupees. Fourth year, आपका at the end of fourth year, your return is suppose that again 2 crore rupees. And a fifth year, let's say your return is आपका 1.50 crores. ठीक है? If you'll go with the non-discounted, ठीक है? So non-discounted is saying कि like if we are investing 10 crore rupees, if the outflow if this is an outflow, okay, this is an inflow, okay, this is inflow, and but this is the future value, okay. This money you are going to receive at the end of first year, this is you are going to receive at the end of second year, at the end of third year, at the end of fourth year, at the end of fifth year, okay. So now the total of this is आपका how much? 11.50 crore. If you are following the non-discounted method, you should go with this particular project, because we can see the profitability आपका in the fifth year. If you'll follow that payback period, okay, payback period is as simple as that कि how long it will take to get back my money whatever I'm investing in this particular project. And for this project, your payback period will be fourth year, because by the end of fourth year you will recover this 10 crore rupees. Okay? Again, that is a non-discounted, but NPV and IRR are generally based on discounted methods, and they majorly we use आपका NPV for the calculation. So the total of this is 11.50 crores. As a layman, we should go for this particular project, because we are investing 10 crore rupees and we are getting आपका 1.50 crore rupees profit from this one. But this is not the game. Okay? So as per the NPV methods, what we have to do, we have to discount these future cash flows. Okay? These are the future cash flow. This 3 crore rupees I'm getting at the end of third year. This 1.5 crore I'm getting at the end of fifth year. But this outflow is today. I'm making an outflow of 100 crore rupees, 10 crore rupees today. Okay? So if your outflow is today, your future inflows should be at the आपका present value. So what you have to do, you have to calculate the present value of future inflows. Okay? You have to calculate the present value of these future inflows. Okay? And if the total is greater than this, then accept this particular project, otherwise reject. Okay? That is the logic which we generally use while we invest. Please listen carefully. Okay? Let's say now how you will calculate the present value of future inflows. So we have a formula, okay, that is inflow, okay, inflow, please do remember this, divide by 1 plus R, okay, इनफ्लो 1 प्लस आर की पावर आपका एन, ठीक है, और द टाइम ड्यूरेशन इन ऑल, ठीक है, सो दैट इज द वन, ठीक है। देन द सेकेंड ईयर आपका, ठीक है, सेकेंड ईयर अगेन इनफ्लो 1 प्लस आर की पावर 2 आपका, ठीक है, सेकेंड ईयर। देन आपका थर्ड ईयर, फोर्थ ईयर, फिफ्थ ईयर माइनस इनिशियल इन्वेस्टमेंट, ठीक है, इनिशियल इन्वेस्टमेंट, ठीक है, सो दैट विच इज योर 10 करोड़ रुपीज। इफ द नंबर इज आपका, इफ योर एनपीवी is your greater than 0, except if your NPV is equal to 0, go for IRR, ठीक है, and if your NPV is less than 0, reject the project, ठीक है, this is the answer for this one, ठीक है। Now, so basically how you will calculate this particular one, inflow 1 plus R, so there will be given one discount rate, ठीक है, so at by what we are discounting this today's 1 rupee value with आपका later 1 year, आपका after 1 year's 1 rupee, ठीक है। So this is simple, this is based on time value of money, ठीक है। So what time value of money says, today's 1 rupee having a higher value than आपका, let's say this is 2025, this is आपका 2026, ठीक है। So today's 1 rupee is having higher value than rupees 1 of आपका 1 year later or 2 year later or 3 year later, just because of आपका inflation, just because of opportunity cost or the other factor, ठीक है। Inflation will increase, the value of rupee will decrease, or else we can invest this particular one in some other project, so we can earn something from that particular one, so that for that sake you will get one discount rate, ठीक है। Let's say in this case, suppose that the discount rate is आपका, that discount rate is suppose that आपका 10%, ठीक है, let's say the discount rate is 10%, ठीक है। So how you will calculate this one? So first year आपका it is like 3 crores, ठीक है, divide by 1 plus R, discount rate is 10%, 1 point this की पावर 1, ठीक है। सेकेंड ईयर आपका अगेन 3 crores, ठीक है, डिवाइड बाय 1 प्लस 0.10 की पावर 2। थर्ड ईयर आपका, ठीक है, 2 crores, 1 प्लस 0.10 की पावर 3। फोर्थ ईयर आपका 1 प्लस 0.10 की पावर 4, ठीक है, डिवाइड बाय 2 करोड़, सॉरी, ठीक है। देन फिफ्थ ईयर आपका 1.50 करोड़ डिवाइड बाय 1 प्लस आर 0.10 की पावर 5, ठीक है। After the calculations, ठीक है, so let's say I'll take some random numbers, ठीक है, so let's say this reaches to आपका 2.70 crores, ठीक है। Let's say this is आपका 2.50 crores, let's say this is आपका 1.50 crores, ठीक है। This is आपका suppose that 1.30 crores and this is suppose that 1 crores, ठीक है। Now if the total of this, ठीक है, the total of this, if minus the total of this minus आपका initial investment which is 10 crore, if the number is in positive, if it is in positive greater than 0, so you should accept this particular project. If it is आपका equal to 0, then you have to apply the IRR method, and if it is less than 0, you have to reject this particular project, ठीक है। Sorry, so please try to make your understanding So this is something आपका when it comes to the your NPV. So NPV, which is a discounted cash flow method, ठीक है, where we are discounting. Why we are discounting? Because today this is based on the time value of money. As we all know, today's 1 rupee having higher value than a year later's 1 rupee. ठीक है, this is the prime logic behind this particular one, and which is like true also, ठीक है। So you are not going to make decision based on this inflow, you are going to make decision based on the present value of future inflows, ठीक है। So that like this is the amount which you are going to receive at the end of आपका फर्स्ट ईयर, बट द प्रेजेंट वैल्यू ऑफ दिस अमाउंट इज आपका 2.70 करोड़, ठीक है, विच इज आपका like because we are doing this expenditure or this outflow is dated today itself, so that's why you are evaluating things on today's date itself, right? That is the one, ठीक है। चलो, now let's start with this one and try to build your understanding. So NPV is a difference between the present value of cash flows, ठीक है, present value of cash inflows and the present value of cash outflow, ठीक है। See, present value of cash outflow आपका 10 crore rupees, present value of future cash inflows. The year at the end you are getting 1 crores or 2 crore, whatever it was. So that is the one. So the net present value method is a tool for analyzing the profitability of a particular project. It take into consideration the time value of money. The cash flow in future will be a lesser value than the cash flow today. So that is called time value of money. And how we adjust this particular one? With the discount rate. That discount rate will be given. So you just have to remember that formula. That is आपका NPV is equal to cash flow 1 plus R, आपका cash flow 2, 3 and 4, 5 whatever it is, ठीक है, minus initial investment, ठीक है. And if your NPV is equal to आपका, let's say if it is आपका if it is greater than 0, accept. If it is less than 0, आपका reject, ठीक है. If it is in positive, means your inflows are higher than the outflows, the initial outflow. So you should accept this one. But if it is lower, there is no point to invest in that particular project itself. Understood? Chalo. With the help of questions, because this is something, first you have to clear yourself around the concepts or fundamental. If you're able to make your, only you have to put your efforts on NPV. Others are similar to that and you will be able to handle the other question easily. Okay? So please go through this particular one, guys. Okay, so ABC company considering an investment in project worth rupees 1 lakh. Okay. So there is a business, there is a company ABC Limited. They are planning to invest 1 lakh rupees. The project is expected to generate cash inflow of 30,000 per year for next 5 years. Okay. The discount rate of this particular project is again 10%. So NPV, you have to calculate the NPV of this particular. So how you will calculate this particular one? I hope now you will be able to solve this. So how you will calculate this one? So your outflow is how much? Your outflow is आपका 1 lakh, ठीक है, and you are getting 30,000 per year आपका, ठीक है, inflow for 5 years. So that means आपका 30,000 divide by 1 plus R 0.10 की power 1, ठीक है. Similarly आपका plus 30,000, ठीक है, 1 plus R 0.10 की power 2. Every year you are getting आपका 30,000 plus आपका third year, fourth year, 5 years, ठीक है, minus initial investment, that is 1 lakh. Okay? If you solve this particular equation, if it is in positive, okay, so you should accept, otherwise you should reject. Okay? So it is clearly mentioned, yeah, if it is in negative, so it is no. Okay? Or if it is positive, yes. So this is the only thing which you have to calculate. It's a very simple one. Calculator is allowed and you can do these kind of solve. Okay? So this is, if you calculate this one, you will reach to these particular numbers. 27,243. Okay, see, the future value of that 30,000, okay, which you are getting at the end of first year, and the present value of that future cash inflow is how much? 27,273 rupees, because we have discounted that particular one with 10%. Okay. Second year it is coming below that 24,000, then आपका 22,000, आपका 7,000. No, it should be wrong. This is wrong आपका, ठीक है. This is wrong, ठीक है. For sure it should be less than that आपका, ठीक है. And this is आपका 18,000, ठीक है. So this should be this is wrong, huh? Not 27. It cannot be 27 because as the time will pass on, this will come down, ठीक है. So the exact number is आपका 22,000. It is आपका 27, 24, then आपका 22. It is 20, ठीक है. This is आपका how much? 20. हाँ, it should be, see, I told you na, this is wrong आपका, and it will be how much? It is आपका 20,490 and then it is आपका 18,627. So the total minus initial investment 1 lakh. So the total is आपका this. So it comes to 13,722. That means your NPV in positive. That means you should accept this particular project. Okay? So since NPV is positive, like let's say if after minusing this initial investment, if it is in negative, you have to reject. If it is equal to your investment, let's say the total of this is equal to 1 lakh, then you should apply IRR in that particular case. Okay? If you're still interested in that particular project at bottom line. First question. Now, first variety of question, maximum time, you will see this type of question, but they'll not give you till 3 year, 4 year. This will be part of in your CIB. Hardly they'll give you 2 years or 3 years. Okay? So first of all, and that calculation will be very easy for all of you, right? Now, the another one आपका next type of question which is very easy, ठीक है? Because here you can see the discounted factor is आपका 10% and they have already discounted rupee 1, ठीक है? So at the end of like today's 1 rupee is equal to आपका 0.909 at the end of first year. At the end of second year it become this आपका third year, fourth year and fifth year. So they have already discounted your आपका 1 rupee in this case. You just have to do the multiplications. How come? Company XYZ considering investing in a new project require an initial investment of 1 lakh. The project is expected to generate 30,000 per year. Similar to that, discount rate is also same. But the values here they have given already. Okay? So what will be your correct answer? So first now what you have to do basically this into 30,000, this into 30,000, this into 30,000, this into 30,000 and this into 30,000. So if you'll do this, whatever outcome it is, you just have to minus from the आपका initial investment. If it is in positive, you have to accept, otherwise you have to reject. So आपका this is the initial investment 1 lakh rupees. These are the future values of inflows. And we have to calculate the present value of these future inflows. So for that sake, we have to apply this. How we reach to this one? This will be given in question. You do not have to calculate this, but the area is same. It is आपका inflow divided by 1 plus r की power n आपका, ठीक है, or whatever it is आपका time duration. So that is the one, ठीक है. So this is the case. So if it is आपका, so the total of NPB is आपका 13,700, ठीक है. It is in positive, then that means we should accept this particular project. Okay? One more question, guys. XYZ want to expand business, willing to invest, okay, willing to invest 10 lakh rupees. Okay? Now we have 10 lakh rupees investment. Okay? The investment is said to be an inflow of 1 lakh first year, 2 lakh 50,000 second year, 3 lakh 50,000 third year, 2 lakh 65,000 in fourth year and fifth year आपका 4 lakh 15,000. Now sometime you'll get this type of different. Every year we have different incomes. The discount rate is 9%. So you have to calculate NPV and they'll ask you we should accept this project or not. If it is in positive, your answer is yes. And if it is in negative, your answer is no. Simply. So how you will calculate this one? Similar to this. Inflow first year, आपका 1 lakh. Discount rate is 9%. That means 1 plus 0.09 की power 1. Second year आपका inflow. Second year inflow is how much? 2,50,000. 1 plus 0.09 की power 2. Then third year आपका 3,50,000. 1 plus 0.09 की power 3. Then we have आपका fourth year, fifth year. Then we have fourth year this and fourth year is आपका 2,65,000. Fourth year is this minus initial investment, that is 10 lakh. If it is in positive, accept, otherwise reject. So cash flow after this. So the overall value is coming in positive. So we should accept this particular, the positive value is this. If you'll please do these type of calculation, at least try once. So if you'll put some efforts, your learning will be double, triple. So during the live sessions also, we will be solving a number of questions around this. And even I'll come up with one dedicated session around the practice of this particular one, where we will be discussing this. In your book itself, there is a question. So very simple question. I hope now everybody will be able to solve this particular one. So there is a firm which is a toy making company. So there is a business which manufacture toys. Production of toys require new factory space and equipments. They have two options. One is either the firm construct a new factory on site, it has identified, or आपका refit a factory. Now they have two options. One is they should build a new construction site or to develop a new factory, or they already have one space to renovate that particular one. Okay? So now when it comes to the initial cost in case of a refitting or that repairments, it will be initial cost will be low, but your operating cost will be high because that is the equipments which we are having there are old. But when you'll construct a new site, initial cost will be high, and the later on the manufacturing cost or the operating cost will be low because these all are new products or new machineries. The same thing is mentioned here. The initial investment in constructing a factory is more. However, the running cost will be low. Initial investment in renovating old factory will low, but running cost will be high. Okay? The firm is faced with choices mutually. So now it is a mutually exclusive investment opportunities. Ki what should be their decision? They should go for the renovation or they should build a new factory. Okay? A is आपका new factory and B is आपका renovations. Okay? So now what should be their decision? In this case or in this type of choices, it's a mutually exclusive investment opportunity. You do not coming with marker or this remote. You are coming with marker only, but to manufacture this marker you have two choices. Okay? If it is, let's say, marker and remote, if both are positive, if your capital allow, you should go with both. Okay? And or if you have to make one choice, let's say ROI of this marker is आपका 15 and this आपका 10. Obviously you go NPV of 15, higher NPV, you have to go with the this one. Okay? But when we have this mutually same things, आपका we have to manufacture marker by A or way B. Okay? So A is where we are manufacturing that marker, that machine or the plant, we are setting up a new plant. And B आपका we are basically renovating the old one. Okay? So A is आपका where is a new project construction. Okay? The initial investment will be high, let's say 2000 crores. And आपका when it comes to project B where you are doing some sort of renovation, so the inflow is आपका how much? Only 1500. Okay? It will be less, but the operating cost will be high. Okay? So now everything is done. Now NPV of project A is आपका 564.02. NPV of project B is आपका 373.33. Now I'm asking one question: which project you will opt? Okay? A or B? So what will be your correct answer? Your answer will be आपका A. Okay? Why I'm going with this one? Because it is where to manufacture this marker we have two ways. We'll go with this where we have high NPV because this will give us more return. Okay? If it would be the individual project, okay? This is for marker and this is for this remote. So if your investment allowed or if your capital budget allowed, you can go with both the project because in both the cases you will be having profit. And if you have to make choice, obviously, then again you will go with the higher NPV, right? So it should be in positive, and let's say if you have multiple in positive, you will go with the higher NPV things. Okay? So in on comparing NPV of the project A and B, NPV for both project is in positive. The NPV of project A is more than आपका B, hence the firm should go with the project A आपका. ठीक है? If project A and B were independent project rather than mutually exclusive investment opportunities, then firm should maximize the increase in shareholders' wealth by undertaking both the project if fund permitting. So that is the simple one. Understood, guys? So this is all about your NPV, net present value. Okay? Very, very important concept. You have to make sure that you are okay with this one because you are going to achieve 2 marks in your upcoming examination and 2 marks in CIB and not 2 marks. There are so many concepts which are linked with this particular methods in your CIB also. Okay? Now IRR. Okay? What I told you about IRR, when your NPV becomes zero. Okay? Let's say we applied NPV on a project and NPV came to zero. Means your initial investment is 10 crore and the future inflow, the present value of future inflows is equal to zero. आपका 10 crore. That means 10 crore, 10 crores. In that case, if you want to, if you still interested in that business, you should apply IRR. Okay? IRR will help you to go with that project or not. Okay? So IRR is a metric used in financial analysis to estimate the profitability of potential investment. IRR is a discount rate that make the net present value of all cash flows equal to zero in a discounted cash flow analysis. Okay. So present value is equal to future value wala case. Okay. How we calculate IRR? So it is similar cash flow. Okay, 1 plus R की power I and minus initial investment. Same. So cash flow in the time period, R is discount rate and T is आपका time period. Now you will not face any challenges. ठीक है? IRR. So let's say a company has an option to replace its machinery. So the cost आपका initial investment 5 lakh. ठीक है? Incremental increase per year is आपका 2 lakhs. ठीक है? Every year, every year you have to contribute 2 lakh rupees to maintain that machinery. Replacement value is this. Okay, so life of the asset is 3 years. So if we assume IRR is 3%, so how you will calculate? Cash flow 5 lakhs and then after discounted cash flow, which is for the first year it is after 2 lakhs. Every year we are adding this particular one. So again that same formula, that is inflow 1 plus R की power I is आपका time period in this particular case और R is आपका discount rate. ठीक है? So if the total, see the total of column discounted cash flow approximately sum of 0, making the NPV equal to 0. Hence the discount rate is the best rate of 13%. Again, as we can see in the above, using the rate of 13%, the cash flow both positive and negative become minimum. So it is the best rate of return on investment. The cost of capital of company is 10% since the IRR higher than the cost of capital. That means this project can be selected. Okay? So that means you will be having 3% rate of return after adjusting all these particular things from that one. Okay? And if it cost of capital will increase to 11 or 12%, accordingly your profit margin will decrease. Or if it will go beyond the 13%, so you should reject that particular project. Okay? Payback period, now this is आपका non-discounted. ठीक है? So now here payback period is very simple. ठीक है? Let's say if I'm investing 10 lakh rupees in a project today, by the and I'm recovering that 10 lakh rupees in 1.5 years. So 1.5 year is my payback period for that particular project. After that, that will generate for profit for me. ठीक है? We do not discount the आपका we do not apply the cash time value of money or the inflation things and others. ठीक है? So payback period, time taken for an investment to recover its initial cost आपका, ठीक है, from आपका net cash inflows. So it is आपका payback period is amount initially invested. Let's say it is आपका 10 lakh. ठीक है? Estimated annual net cash flow. So the whatever it is, ठीक है, if you divide by that particular one, so you will get to know about your cash flow. ठीक है? Let's say आपका initially amount is 10 lakh. ठीक है? Estimated annual cash flow is suppose that 2 lakhs. ठीक है? So 5 year is your आपका payback period in this one, because in 5 years we will recover this 10 lakh rupees. After that it will start giving profit to us. ठीक है? Return on investment, net cash flow from the yearly operations. When cumulative cash flow inflow is there, initial investment, the investment is considered recovered. ठीक है? Both positive and negative cash flow are counted until recovery. So whatever you are having on yearly basis, it represents the cumulative time period for the investment payback period, as in our case it is 5 years. Okay? So there is one example also. Okay? So let's say these are the investments. These are the written investment is आपका how much 20 lakh. Okay? Suppose a project costs 20 lakhs, yield annually आपका profit of 3 lakhs. Okay? After a depreciation of 10%, before tax of 50%. Okay? The first step to calculate the inflow is cash flow. ठीक है? So first is आपका, let's say profit after tax is how much 3 lakhs and your taxes is 50%, 1.5 lakhs. Profit after tax is 1.5 lakhs and depreciation is 2 lakhs. ठीक है? So 3 lakh 50,000 total. 3 lakh 50,000 is total annual cash flow. ठीक है? So now initial investment is 20 lakh. So 20 lakh divided by 3 lakh 50,000. So this is the one. So the cash flow is आपका how much 5.71 years. So it will take 5.71 years to recover the initial cash outflows on that particular project. That is the basic uses of this one. Okay? This is based on non-discount. basically you are not doing any sort of future inflows. You are not converting the present value of future present value of future inflows and all that happen in case of only in case of your आपका NPV and IRR, ठीक है, and this is the one which we have used, ठीक है. Then we have ARR, ठीक है, accounting rate of return also, ठीक है. ARR is a method of evaluating an investment profitability by comparing the average accounting profit. Average accounting profit means every year's average आपका profit, ठीक है, to the initial investment or average investment. Unlike other method, ARR focus on accounting data rather than the cash flow and widely used due to simplicity and accessibility. How we calculate ARR is equal to, you please do remember these one while we will solve the questions, these formulas will require. Okay? So ARR आपका average annual accounting profit divided by initial investment into 100 simply, or else it can be average annual accounting profit divided by average investment आपका, ठीक है, if like let's say if you have investment done on monthly or yearly basis and all, ठीक है, so average investment is equal to initial investment plus salvage value divided by 2, ठीक है. So like let's say project X आपका initial investment is 2 lakh, life is 4 years, estimated profit is आपका for 4 years आपका 20,000, 40,000, 50,000, 30,000. So how we will calculate this one, ठीक है. So average annual profit, so that 40,000, 20,000, whatever it is, ठीक है, divide by आपका initial investment, that is how much, 2 lakhs into 100 for project A. Similarly for project Y, this plus this plus this plus this divide by आपका 2 lakhs, ठीक है, into 100, ठीक है. So if you'll go with this one, yes, so we have average annual profit and average annual profit for X and Y, ठीक है. Then the step 2 where we have to calculate X, ठीक है, the average annual profit, ठीक है. So average annual profit, sorry, ठीक है, the these divide by, this is for how many years, 4 years, these divide by, this is for how many years, 4 years, ठीक है. So this is your average annual profit for 4 years, this is the average annual profit for 4 years. So this whatever outcome it is divided by आपका 2 lakhs and this average divided by 2 lakhs into 100. So it is 35,000, it is 30,000. So in case of project X, it is आपका 17.5 and project Y is आपका 15%. So we will go with project X आपका, ठीक है. Now this is all about your all these particular 4 methods, ठीक है. So the only things which will be requiring a basic understanding, the uses and all. The another thing is formulas, okay. Formulas like in case of ARR, basically you will be requiring, and that is very simple, okay. Just write it down somewhere while you solve the question. Do the open cheating. Initially, if you'll follow things twice, thrice, and you will be able to remember and recall all these particular formulas as well, okay. Apart from this, we have term loan also, okay. So term loan is basically, these are the loan which are generally provided by banks or any other financial institution for the long term, ठीक है, for the आपका to finance the capital investment of a business, ठीक है. But before financing or before doing any sort of these kind of lending, bank they generally do the project appraisal, ठीक है. Let's say you are running with some business, you are planning to launch a new project, okay? So you will go with that plan and that plan you have to submit with bank, then they'll evaluate. If they need to visit site, they'll visit site also, okay? And they'll check the profitability on that particular project, cash flows, how you are going to generate cash flows from that particular project. If they found ki they'll also apply NPV and everything, same, what are the future cash inflows, and then they'll do ki this is, let's say after 1 year only you will be generating profit for next 15 years. So their term loan period will be less than 15 years. It should be within that particular one, because during that period only you are going to earn money from that particular project or the other decision also. So this is a simple loan which is taken by companies to finance their long-term project. Okay. For the working purpose, we have working capital term loans. Okay. That is for the operation or day-to-day requirement. But for this one, this is generally for the long-term period. Okay. Term loan are mainly provide acquiring fixed asset like land, building and others. Okay. Working capital loan are for the current assets or the day-to-day activities of that business. Include the personal loan. This is generally part of this one. Okay. Working capital loans आपका In special cases, bank may give term loan for current asset also. It depend on the case to case. Okay? But usually the motive is आपका term for long term period and this working is for the short term period. Okay? Business must maintain a certain level of current assets for the long term funds net working capital आपका ठीक है. If unable to meet net working capital requirements, liquidity issues arise and that is आपका as per the Tandon committee it should be around 25%. ठीक है. So minimum 25% contribution should be from the organization itself. Duration in classification आपका ठीक है. So working capital loan normally for 1 year, repayable on demand short term. Term loan are repaid over time, consider for long term asset. Repayment sources आपका ठीक है. Term loan rapid repaid from future cash inflows for borrowers. ठीक है. So debt service coverage ratio is important. Working capital आपका liquidity ratios. ठीक है. Basically ratios you are using to analyze or to appraise that particular project. Repayment schedule. So basically in term loan we have EMIs, or in case of working capital loan it can be like, let's say if it is in the form of cash credit or others, it is one time. No uniform schedule. Depend on the borrower's income or cash surplus. Salaried person आपका EMIs, farmers या others, that is the case. Deferred payment guarantee. So this is something आपका deferred payment guarantee is something which is majorly it can be issued by the bank up to 25 crores. If it is beyond that, if it is routing through some exim bank and all, 25 to 100 crores. If it is more than 100 crores, there is a dedicated groups आपका which is led by the RBI, exim or the other parties or bank members also. So when a purchaser of fixed asset pay the supplier in installments, not immediately, the bank guarantee this payment, which is called deferred payment guarantee. Nature, it is non-fund based financing method for purchasing fixed asset. If purchaser default, the bank pay the suppliers and later recover from the clients. We are generally providing some sort of guarantee कि हाँ this person will make you payments to the suppliers or sellers. Risk आपका risk in DPC are similar to term loans. Appraisal for DPC is the same as for the term loan also. Okay? Syndication of loan, this is generally happen with the where the project size is very big. Let's say there is a company, construction company who is constructing airport, highways and others. Okay? Let's say the project is for 3,000 crores or 5,000 crores. So if only one bank will get involved and if that particular project got defaulted, there will be a huge loss for the bank or it may collapse, right? So for that one, we have syndication of loan. Okay? So where we have one lead bank who act as a arranger for the borrowers, and they generally mostly pay the maximum portion in that particular loan and rest they generally arrange from the other bank or institutions. So syndication means sharing a long-term loan among two or more banks, used mainly for larger loans, help bank to share the lending risk. Process, borrower authorized as a lead bank to arrange the total loan. Lead bank approach other banks, share details and they appraise as per their policies and risk appetite. Again, term and conditions are finalized in a joint meeting of participating bank. Role of lead bank is to act coordinator and license. It means information. Who license is something who is working as a mediator or chain between आपका borrower and lenders. So charge borrower a syndication fee for the services also. If you are taking that much of headache, obviously you will charge something that is called syndication fee in this particular case, right? So this is it. This is all about your unit number 25. So in next session we will be I'll be coming up with a dedicated practice for this particular unit. So though we have practiced some areas, but we will be doing one sequential practice also. Then during the live classes you just write down your queries and all. So whenever we will do the live class also, so you can ask your queries. All right guys, so this is it from my side. I hope you get these particular thing clearly. But tricky things is here, but very important because this is something which is also going to help you in your CAIIB examination. So you have to be very careful around these particular things. All right guys, so now I'll see you tomorrow at same time and we will be practicing a dedicated set of questions around your unit number 25. All right. So this is it. Now I'll see you in the live class. So this is it. Bye bye. Take care all. Have a nice day. Thank you.